Hi people, you're welcome to the second part of this video, which is lessons or 10 tips from Mariah on self-publishing in Nigeria. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. As you probably know, I self-published a book called Another Story, Memoirs of a Corper in 2017. It's a memoir that tells the tales of my NYSC, National Youth Service course experience or program in Northern Nigeria, Kano. And it's quite an interesting book. I think you should get a copy. You can find it on Okada Books now, only in soft copy, because you kind of have an idea from the last video that it was quite a deal to produce other copies for you guys, but I'm on it. Okay, so I will reiterate. Just forgive me, I just managed. It's getting dark because it's about to rain, so I hope you can still see me well. Okay, just manage. I'll reiterate the first part, the 5 points. I said it all begins with an idea. Tip 1. Tip 2, unite what you want to write with what you want people to read or what people want to read. Tip 3, don't stop thinking and writing. Tip 4, learn from people who have done this before. Tip 5, get a budget and then get a team. Moving on to tip 6 now. Ready? Tip 6, be bold and make friends. Okay, so this is a bit dependent on temperament, but aside from your temperament, or putting aside your temperament, it would be nice if you can make friends in the literary world. Go out of your way to make those friends, because they will guide you, they will critique you, they will give you reviews that you need, and they will give you recommendations. So you need those friends. I remember volunteering for or working in the bookshop at Ake Festival so many years ago, their first edition. It's been useful in some ways to me. Okay, and I wish I had more of those experiences. I remember attending Roving Heights. They have this book event thing they do in Yaba. Okada Books does it too. Just throw yourself into that world. You will need those people, you will need those relationships. Be a person of value to them. Friendships are not overrated. Genuine friendships are not overrated, and volunteering is not overrated. But okay, even if you can't do these things, right, just be bold. I know a friend that wrote a book, and she doesn't know you before, but she's going to write you and ask if you can give her a review. What's the worst you can do? You tell her no. But because she threw herself out there, she got enough reviews to start her book. I think it's called reviews or recommendations or things like that, where people write, that like renowned authors write about your book and say, and it makes your book more sellable. Really, it does. Okay, so the next tip, I don't even know how to call this one. It's not really a tip. I'm just going to call it what it is, ISBN. A lot of people have asked me about ISBN. How did you get your ISBN? What did you do? And I'm just going to tell my ISBN story before I tell you what I'm going to do for you. Okay, let me tell you what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to paste a link in the description box below where you can click on and then you see the process. But it's not hard. You go with, I think, 2 copies or so of your manuscript, printed, binded. It's not finished work, but you have to take it to them, and then you show them, okay, so I need an ISBN for this book. Now the mistake I made is that I did not make my inquiries well. You can get for the same price the ISBN for online, unique, and the ISBN for the hard copy. Now, what's the meaning of ISBN? ISBN means the International Standard Book Number. It is a unique numeric number that makes your book easily referenceable, like online. I don't know what that reference, I don't think referenceable is a word, but it makes your book identifiable wherever, online, offline. Your book has that unique number, that it's unique to your book. I've heard a lot of stories of ISBN, even from our national library. There was one story I heard that people came and were fighting them because the ISBN numbers they gave them was not correct. I don't know how true this gist is, but so you have to be careful too that you meet the right person. Okay, you meet the right people within the organization so that you're not scammed. So I got my own ISBN. I got only for the hard copy, and that's what I used online. I don't think that is allowed, but we make mistakes and people can learn from it. Okay, please don't make the same mistake. You can get the two of them for the same price. When you get there, tell them, and they will not tell you, these people, because they want you to pay another money. So you know now the next tip is mind your business. I stammered a little, but it's not an insult. When I say mind your business, I literally mean mind your business. Mind the business, understand how you're going to sell your book. I wasn't so concerned about that, so that was another mistake that I made. I wasn't so concerned about selling the book. In fact, the idea to sell the book wasn't mine initially. I just wanted to get my book out there, which is what I did, because when I eventually created the book, it was too good, and then the cost of production was so expensive. And mind you, I had a creditor that gave me, I had savings. I had saved some money from working. I had saved small money, I think about 200k, and then the cost of the book, producing 200 copies, was going to cost me over 500k. So I needed a creditor, someone that would have faith in me, believe in me, a friend that loaned me the money that I used. So I had to pay back. I was under pressure, but I did not understand the business of marketing or selling, or was on Instagram. I was talking to friends, all these people that were motivating me, that Murayo, do this book, we will buy it, kiniko. Anyways, I thank those that bought. Thank you guys, thank you very much. But I had to now, when people heard the price, oh, you want to sell for this price, that's too much. So I had to make the book almost selling price. At least I was able to pay back my debts. Okay, and in minding your business, you realize that some things are not necessary, like giving out. There are some people that you want to do, you want to promote your book by giving it out to celebrities and all these high people. Some of these things are not necessary. How many books did I give out, Seth? Out of 25 books or more I gave out for promotion, only 2 people mentioned me on their page: Debola Williams and Arese Ugu. Oh, finish. The other people, I don't know whether they even read the book, and I do not feel bad or anything like that. They are busy people, and you have your own intentions, which is why you have to make these friends early, like I said in the previous points. Okay, you have to make these friends early, so that you have, when you have need of them, it will not be that you are begging and looking like a beggar and begging them a book that is something that is actually costing you, but they would not know. To get to their place is costing you, to drop the book is costing you, but they do not know all these things. They just feel, okay, she's just gifting me. And of course you're just gifting them, but you're gifting them with a motive now. But yeah, anyways, haven't finished my book, printed it, published it. It was now, how am I going to get money from this thing? At least if I don't get money for myself, I must pay my creditor back. You understand? Because 5% was of the income were gifts that I received, and I used that to do the launching of the book. Some things are not necessary too. RSS said this thing: you don't have to launch your book. You don't have to launch your book, But it was good that I launched. Quite a number of people bought it on that day, like 20 something people bought the book on that day. But you don't have to spend money launching your book. I didn't really spend money because I did a collaborative launch, and thank you Jackal House, thank you Legacy. Legacy is a restoration group that I work with. I used to work with it when I was in Lagos, and you guys should join Legacy and go and help Legacy. Legacy is a wonderful place to be. And because I was a member, a volunteer at Legacy, it wasn't, did I really pay? I didn't really pay. No, I didn't really pay to use the Jackal House space, but I had to buy other things. Okay, I'm telling you guys this thing as plain and as open, as truthfully as I can. Okay. Yes, so mind your business. Okay. And then also, when it came to producing these books that were very expensive, I mean, if I knew my business well, if I understood the market, I would probably know that there were cheaper ways to do this book. When I went back to the publishing house, Kachifu, and they were like, Mariah, do you know that you really spend money on this book? You use the same kind of paper that you used for printing. You used it for ordinary writing. Oh, why did you waste paper? Why did you waste your money? Why did you waste your money? Oh well, I could have done the thing I did for half the price if I had consulted people or minded my business properly. It's not all about writing. You are going to sell it too. Okay. And then the other part of minding your business is mind your life. Be focused. Don't let anything distract you. I was working when I published. I was working when I did this thing. So my life was basically work at CISA 8 to 6. You do your work. Nobody wants to hear story. Even though once in a while I will tip in when I don't really have so much to do, I will tip in doing my writing something. I don't think my boss was too pleased about that anyways. But I'm being honest. And then I will come back home in the evening and then do that till 12. There were Sundays whereby when there's no lights, no gen, because I was a single girl taking care of myself. Okay. I will go to the office. I'm going to use office lights to work on Sundays. At some point, office lights there was no more office lights for some reason. I think they stopped putting on electricities on Sundays. I was like, hey, Barry, but you find a way around these things. You find a way. So just be very, very focused. I even gave myself a deadline, which was both a blessing and a curse because it made things a bit tacky. The deadline I gave myself unfortunately clashed with an office deadline, so I couldn't monitor production, and then the unproofread copy was printed. You guys that have the book that see a lot of errors, that was not the final copy that was printed. But I thank my amazing friend that helped me do everything. Damilola Onofua. I'm shouting out everybody in this video, thanking everybody in this video. Of course, you guys are amazing, and you made it possible. Thank you. So yes, mind your business. The 9th point, or the 9th tip, is find a way to record and keep in touch with your fans. I'm trying to do this now. I didn't really do it before. I didn't have a mailing list, especially if you're going to write again, or you have an inkling that, I may do something like this again. Find a way to record their names, record their especially for me that I launched. You see that I was not wise. I was calling them. I should have gotten their email address, do a proper mailing list, and that's where your publicist comes into play. He will give you all these ideas, and your web designer, you can send them emails from your sites, giving them tips, doing this kind of things that I'm doing now. You have a vlog, you have an Instagram page. Build your network, build that people. You will not be needing celebrity, you'll not be running around celebrities and distributing free books that cost you lots of money. If you have a network and a group of people. I hope I'm making sense. Okay. And then the final tip, which is Is it really a tip? Of course it's a tip. Pray and wait. Don't get frustrated if you do not blow as you ought to. Don't get frustrated when things don't go as you ought to. Since my books finished in January, I sold my books within 3 months. I sold my book. I still have 5 copies. Here's one of them, but most of them were gone aside from the given copies. I've not been able to print again because other things came. Marriage came, money went to that. Something else came. And unless I sit down and probably focus again before I'll be able to do that thing that I did. So when you have the time to do something, I think that is a bonus tip. When you have the time, when you have the energy, when you feel this is the time, do it, because that time may not come again anytime soon. But then you should pray and wait. If you do not blow like you think that you ought to have blown, pray and wait. This is not the final thing that you will do that will be exciting. This is not the final book you will write. I hope you guys have learned something from my 10 tips. Let me do a list of them again, and I hope you enjoy. So number 1, let's repeat it together. It begins with an idea. Don't discard your ideas. Every idea is relevant. Number 2, unite what you want to write with what people want to read. Number 3, do not stop thinking and writing. Don't stop. Number 4, learn from people who have done this before. Number 5, get a budget and then get a team. Number 6, be bold, make new friends. Not your regular friends, but in the literary world. Number 7, ISBN. Number 8, mind your business. Number 9, find a way to record and to keep in touch with your fans. Thank you to all people that bought my book. I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you for believing in me. And number 10, pray and wait. Okay? I hope that with these few points of mine, I have been able to convince and not to Okay, that's the end. Alright, thank you. See you next time with some other fabulous teachings, tips, or I don't know, whatever. Bye.